Cole, give us a clap.
Give it to me.
What's up, losers?
Hey,
We're back
bro,
with another CarCast. I'm your boy TJ Nickerson. This is Zach Howard over here in the Unabomber outfit. Cole Watson's in the back in the dark. And with him, if you can't tell yet, is a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Hilarious comedian.
The pig from Toy Story 3.
From Toy Story 3. Zac motherfucking Hadlock.
And if you put a quarter in me, I will squeal.
Give it up. Give it up.
We are in the car.
We
on our way to Athens to do Tournament of Topics.
Yeah,
Zach's
we're
on the
on
panel.
our way to do a gig.
We're
and
doing
I'm on the panel.
Doing
so
a gig.
Zac Hadlock is on the gig. We're gonna have to be specific.
Yeah,
This
sorry.
is a 50% Zac podcast.
This is too many Zacs, dude. I feel outnumbered. Cole, how do you feel?
Zac attack.
we're trying to overthrow the.
Get him,
How do I?
dude.
But seriously, how do I feel? I don't feel like a real person.
You presently don't feel like a real person?
Correct. I'm trying to come back to life.
Say more, dude.
I've been playing I played World of Warcraft for 14 hours yesterday, and then I played from 10 to 6 today.
10 to 6.
That sounds like you did that.
Yeah, I never said anybody else did that. I said
That's the first thing he said. Was,
He's just-
I did this.
Oh, damn.
He's just saying he's recalibrating to normal, tactile.
It's like when you
reality.
take acid and you trip your sack off for 12 hours, and then you wake up the next day and you have to like reintegrate to real life.
You have to like put all the puzzle pieces back together
Yeah,
to be
it's
a
like-
person again.
Exactly.
That's cool. But this was something less cool than doing acid and having a vision quest, Young Gun style.
Well,
You were
he did a few quests.
I was
did
doing
just
quests, all right.
Well, tell us about one quest that was particularly sick as hell.
Well, I had to kill these ooze motherfuckers and collect corrupted samples and take them to a
You gotta
chemist.
kill some ooze, motherfuckers.
How do you get the ooze out of them, dude? Walk us through your process.
Bro, I'm a frost
Extracting.
mage. I'm a frost mage named Slippin'. I'm casting ice spells on them.
You never use your mouth to get the ooze
Make
out?
a big ice mouth with your ice
dude.
powers.
No,
Suck
dude, I
the
don't
ooze.
eat everything like you, man.
We're talking about blowing the ooze.
We're talking
dude.
about sucking out
Oh.
ooze, dude.
They're talking
Sorry,
about.
I'm not gay. I'm not
We're
thinking
talking about
dick
cool
sucking.
man stuff, dude.
They're
Cool
talking about
guys.
pulling ooze out of a normal man, not pulling ooze out of an ooze.
Ooh.
How old were you guys the first time you thought Secret of the Ooze was an interesting title for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2?
33.
Yeah.
Right on. That's not.
I'm not even
I
30.
still didn't do that. I didn't think it
I'll
was
let
great.
you guys know.
Yeah, dude. The
33.
Secret of the Ooze?
Of the ooze?
Secret of the ooze.
I'll tell you what the secret is. It's
Cum. It's cum.
If it dries, it's sticky.
It's hard to clean up.
And it hurts on your leg hairs.
On
and
your
stuff.
hairs? Yeah, that's the secret.
That's the real
Zach
secret.
knows all about that, you belly button blaster.
Belly button
Dude,
blaster.
hey, let's continue this trend. Zach Hadlock, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, hi.
There's an ongoing debate amongst our podcast about the proper way to masturbate. I myself lie on my back like a regular person and jerk off. And the other three of the fellas here, they like to stand over the toilet and jerk off into their hands.
No.
So you have to stop
Now
saying
you're
this
making things
misinformation,
up.
dude.
You come in your belly button like a fucking freak.
I come on
On
laying
your belly
down
button,
like a regular
your married
person.
belly button,
Man.
all
All right,
your hairs.
You're going
bro.
to jerk off. How are you doing it?
Yeah,
Well,
candles?
no candles. It's a low effort sort of deal. I don't make a whole production out of it.
Okay.
But do you stand?
I tell you what, I don't have a way. There's nothing that's like this is the way. I go with the wind, man.
You're more of a free spirit?
Yeah, I kind of rock a little of this, a little bit of that, and I'm not trying to just sidestep responsibility on this
Right.
podcast. It's the truth.
That's okay.
Variety is the spice of life
That's
when
true.
you're
You got that
exploring
right.
your body.
Hadlock does it in whatever bush he can get away with it for the longest amount of time before some man comes out. It's like, hey, knock it off.
Knock it off.
I love knock it off, dude.
Oh, damn, I can't go this way because this church is
Oh,
burning
no.
down.
Construction.
No,
Reroute
look
us.
at this church.
Oh, my.
R.I.P. this church right by my house
Damn,
that
dude.
just burned
Wow.
down a couple of weeks ago.
Golly,
crazy.
too many
Diddy
gay
fires,
people in there.
man. The Diddy fires.
Diddy
that's coming
fires.
over.
This is actually a holdover from the L.A. fires. It's
It's just a satellite camera.
satellite L.A. fire.
Damn, dude.
Well,
That's
the roof wasn't
messed up.
painted blue, so the
Hey,
drones
so
didn't fucking
the
evaporate that shit.
Lasers.
Got it.
That is tight.
Can I swear on this podcast?
Absolutely.
I said
not.
it. Zach motherfucking Hadlock. That's immediately. Demonetize this, YouTube.
Demonetize
Yeah,
my
right.
nutcase.
Yeah, man, we keep it tight. We don't swear.
Yeah.
No nasty stuff
No-
in particular.
no swears.
I hate the nasty stuff.
No cum talk.
No
I'm
cum
not-
talk. No nasty talk.
I kind of like I treat podcasts usually like outdoors. I keep an outdoor voice. Indoors, I keep an indoor voice. The same thing with podcasts. I come in here and I just I try to be as tame and boring as humanly possible.
I'd like for you to say a racial slur on this podcast. I think just so no one listens to our podcast, but just in case you get famous, I can have that.
We can hold it over.
I'm glad that we're building our friendship foundation off of. I would enjoy having blackmail on you. I would love some leverage on you at a future point.
It's never wrong. It's never a bad idea to have leverage. You know what I mean?
It's the Diddy way.
It's the Epstein way. It's the Diddy way.
I'm a Mossad agent.
He's an agent of Mossad.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be effective.
That's true. Well,
I got like 27 recordings of Cole saying the N-word. Just
You don't
wait,
have
dude.
one.
If he gets famous,
Zach didn't,
You don't have one.
Zac Howard didn't specify, so you could say honky
deleted
and
them
it would
all.
count, which is fine. But I like how we're podcasting, but we're also like, man, I wonder which way it's taking us to Athens. This is cool. Now we got around the church that burned down.
R.I.P. that church, gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the brick's mostly still there. It's just.
I want you guys to know, this is a little follow-up from the last podcast. Apparently, people didn't agree with me that Jack Nicholson... Like, apparently it's not a common consensus that Jack Nicholson is the greatest American actor.
No,
Apparently
he just does the same thing over and over again.
Tons of people were like,
I wouldn't say he's like number one, but
well, he has the most Academy Awards.
He's definitely old school. He's old money, man. He's good.
Old money, huh?
But he's been relevant in so many decades of Hollywood.
Yeah.
That he does have a compelling case, but I think disappointed in myself as I was to not even bring up Paul Newman on the last episode. That is my take. I think it's
I agree with
Paul
that.
Newman. How do you feel about Paul Newman, Hadlock?
Peanutty? I don't know.
He's got good sauce. He's a big sauce guy.
Love his dressings and
Yeah.
those like fake Oreos.
Alfredo sauce. Yeah, fake Oreos.
Fake Oreos. Yeah, I like him. Does a lot for the community. I mean, he's dead now.
Well,
but,
Before
yeah.
my time,
His
that's
ghost
for sure.
does a lot for the community, for
The
sure.
ghost, yeah, the ghost. Newman's
ghost of
own
Paul
ghost.
He died in 2008. I was still a
High school.
child.
He's a baby. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Still a baby in 2008, dude.
Yeah.
His movies live on forever.
Back
dude.
before
You
the
can-
crash,
you can-
when Cole was still innocent.
It was like right at the crash. Paul Newman was like, "Oh, this shit's gonna crash."
That was the fucking.
It was the
smoke
Franz
screen
Ferdinand of the
That was the smoke
housing
screen.
market.
of the crash.
to take eyes off the crash. They killed Paul Newman.
They killed
Who's
him all.
Paul Newman?
He's an actor.
Yeah, I had to look him up after they were talking about it. I was like, who the fuck is
Coach
Paul
Cassidy
Newman?
and the Sundance Kid. Cool Hand Luke, dude.
Oh,
Why'd you have
Lukey.
to think 50 eggs?
I think a
Luke?
more relevant film for our audience would be Cars.
Oh yeah,
There
Paul
we go.
Newman's the old
He's
car.
the old car in Cars, like the
Hudson Hornet
the
guy.
Hudson Hornet. Yeah.
You guys ever seen that Clint Eastwood movie, Every Which Way But Loose, where he had a
course.
pet orangutan?
Cool.
The best.
And
Left
then
turn, Clyde.
I think, yeah, and then someone
my
punches the
dad's
orangutan in the
favorite
face.
That movie rules.
That movie does
What's
rule.
the one? There's like a movie with Clint Eastwood where he has sex with like a 16-year-old girl. But she like
What the fuck?
tricks him, or it's like his cousin, or
Oh, what?
yeah, I can't remember.
That's disgusting.
We watched
What's
it
it
as a
called?
kid.
I wonder who
can't-
wrote and directed it. Clint Eastwood.
Starred.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Directed, starred in it. It's like, this'll be
I can't remember. I
wild.
just remember as a kid, my dad. I mean, my dad being like, "Huh?"
It's a big Clint dog.
We were watching the movie, and he's like, "Huh? Huh?"
Yo, what are you
Like,
trying
what do you
to
mean?
say?
I'm 12, Dad. What are you trying to say? You think you trying to get me to agree that it's cool that Clint Eastwood has sex with a child?
Dad, do you want me to have sex with Clint Eastwood? That's crazy.
He was just trying to plant some seeds so
That's
we
right.
can plant
Plant a
some
little-
seeds.
Clint Eastwood
understand?
about to plant his seed up inside a 16-year-old.
Oh my God, dude.
In this film,
Of course.
In
In a
this
movie,
film.
not in real life.
in this film,
Allegedly.
in the 70s, guys.
Right. Different
We
times.
were doing different stuff in the 70s.
It's pretty much like arranged marriage
Probably
still.
a lot of
and-
that happening in the
shit.
70s.
I'm pretty sure in
Yeah.
the 60s, right? Elvis married a
14-year-old.
14, yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Anytime I listen to like a podcast and there's like a rock star on there and he's just like, oh man, like you couldn't get away with half the shit that we used to do. And then it's like, that's interesting enough. Like, what a throwaway comment. And then like they tell one or two of the stories about like, yeah, like when I was on stage, like David Lee Roth of Van Halen had like roadies who would get commission bonuses for like getting chicks backstage.
Right.
And it was like, he would literally like pay them based off of how hot they were.
Yeah,
It's just that's fucking wacky. And like back then too, you know, in the age of like no technology of scanning IDs or whatever, if you're a rambunctious 15-year-old, you're gonna get into anywhere you want. It's
Right.
like,
They didn't care.
yeah, they didn't give a
too.
shit.
Right.
It's
It's
terrible.
like
I mean,
they
that-
were like, "Oh, how old are you? You're 15. That's fine. She looks like a young woman, dude. Who cares? They were just like, as long as you don't look like a child.
Yeah.
I mean,
It sounds like you're kind of pro this. It sounds like you're lobbying.
Well, listen, I'm not saying. No, I mean, the thing that I've always thought is like, I mean, the truth is that all the greatest rock bands in the world, pedophiles.
Right.
Which is pretty weird.
Or whatever the other word is for
Hebephile or whatever.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Pulled
He
it
had
out
that locked
fast,
and he
locked
knew
it
that
in.
one right away.
Hebephile or whatever.
Whatever it is, I don't know
I
how
could
to
be
spell
wrong
it.
though. I mean, that could be
Do
like.
you guys have
a
some
type of
examples? I'm
dinosaur.
curious.
Sounds like somebody who loves Jews. What's that?
Some
Some
examples of
examples
some
of
bands
pedophiles?
that are pedophiles?
Yeah, Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin famously has all these accounts of hooking up with 16-year-olds, 15-years.
Youngins.
Well,
Led
at least
Zeppelin
Robert
is the
Plant
one
would
in
wear their
particular.
blouse the next night.
That's true. That was.
But
his
you know,
thing.
I mean, it was the 70s, and they were also like in their early 20s.
And they were also
It's not
on
like they were in their
copious
40s.
amounts of drugs.
a lot of drugs,
And
A lot of-
60s, you know?
and like at 13, you'd have a full-time job.
Yeah,
So you were
we
like,
were putting our kids to work when they were like 9 in the 60s.
right.
These
You know?
ages
You
dropping
started smoking-
fast as
you
fuck.
started smoking cigarettes right
They
out the
started
womb,
at
dude.
16, now we hit 9. What the hell's happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, just 8 years
Well,
old.
We're 12 minutes in, swimming in murky water.
Dude, they've already started school. They're 5. They're practically adults.
I'm so glad y'all invited me on this podcast.
This is great.
Sorry, Adlock.
We
We're
did
gonna
the
fucking.
same
Hey,
thing.
how do you jerk off? You want to say the N word? So, anyways.
We did the same thing to Delano.
What's too young? 14?
Yeah, right. We did the same thing to Delano, and he hasn't talked to us.
Yeah,
So, you know.
This is the initiation, dude. It's all smooth after this.
I used to think,
all smooth jazz.
Listen, there's 27 episodes of this podcast, you know?
Yeah.
We invite all of our guests to take a dip, but if you don't, buckle up, dude.
Buckle up.
This is a crazy
I've
fucking...
learned a valuable lesson. I've learned watch the podcast you're about to be on.
Just
before you're on.
check it out.
Just
You know,
just
we
kidding.
gotta
I've seen a few
We're
episodes.
gonna talk geopolitics.
Yeah, we gotta
Let's talk.
get into
Let's talk.
Then the back of the
let's
class
talk
will
the
be
peace
quiet.
deal.
Yeah.
What do you guys? Hey, Zac Hadlock, what do you think about the peace deal in Palestine?
Is it a
between-
peace deal or is
Peace in
it
the
just a
Middle East,
ceasefire?
man. Dude, I don't care.
Get the details.
I mean, I should care, and I would like to care, but I don't trust any of the information streams coming my way.
No, it's okay to not care.
That's-
It really doesn't matter.
No, what I'm saying is how I feel. I don't care because
really
I don't,
doesn't matter.
I
Yeah,
don't
people
trust. I
Dying,
can't trust.
Violence, war, none of that matters so long as I can play World of Warcraft.
I mean,
That's not
so,
what we're saying.
What I'm saying is
Cole
me
That is what Cole is saying.
me knowing
I'm not
or
saying that's what
not
you're
knowing
saying.
doesn't change
Doesn't
the
affect
fucking
it.
geopolitical status of our nation.
For sure.
Like it does
For sure.
absolutely
That is-
nothing.
that
Okay,
is
so
We
me
just passed my
knowing
house. Sorry, that's just funny.
me knowing just fills up fucking the gray matter in my brain.
Just
Just
takes
like
up
it doesn't
real
matter.
estate,
It's
yeah.
like I'd rather think about fun stuff.
That's fair. I mean, that's a real thing. But obviously, a ceasefire is better than a not ceasefire.
Why?
Well, in the
You're right, dude. Keep going.
in the way that it might
Fucking
actually
quitters.
affect you is like the less bunch of money we have to send over, maybe the less shit is doo-doo here. I mean, that's not
But
like
what does me knowing change?
Oh, nothing.
Well, that's
Yeah,
not
that's what I thought.
necessarily true because information allows you to have the capacity to vote with confidence in the subject matters that you want and to be able
Oh,
to
brother,
vote.
I don't believe in voting.
But to be able to vote in the way that you know, yeah, but if everybody voted with their conscience, this country would be a much different place.
Could be.
And it's apathy. Like, I'm not saying you do anything wrong. You don't have to vote, but it is apathy is what's wrong with the system.
Sure.
People being like, I don't care. Let the government fix it.
I don't think apathy's wrong with the system. I think the system's fucking broken already.
Right, and nobody in
Yeah,
America it wants to
man.
do anything to fix it. They just want it to fix itself.
Yeah, it seems insurmountable and difficult. And it is difficult. And then if you go into the weird, this like morphic resonance place. Which,
What? Morphic resonance?
Morphic
Tell me
resonance
more.
is this like theory that Rupert Sheldrake, this dude who had a TED talk that they banned. He's a very interesting British dude who's like
Rupert.
Most of them are.
70 something, and then his son's like a big expert on mushrooms and mycology and all this stuff. They're both like super brilliant, super strange birds.
Okay.
But Rupert Sheldrake has like done studies where what do you call it? So the idea is that like have you ever had the feeling that you like somebody comes into your mind and then they call you?
Yeah.
Right. So that's part of it.
I thought that was the Holy Spirit.
It could be the Holy
Could be a
Spirit.
little bit of
We'd
that.
just be calling it different names. I don't
Like
know.
the universal consciousness, the collective mind, or
Exactly.
whatever.
The same way that a magnet has a field that is invisible to the eye, but it stretches out further than the magnet, which is pretty fun. There's like all these studies too of rats in a lab in New York, and then rats in a lab in the UK. And if one solves the exact same maze that they're about to test the other group of rats on, then they'll solve it faster after this group has already done it. So there's like this shared sort of wisdom and knowledge. So then if everybody's sort of getting on a similar page with geopolitics, maybe it could change.
Do you
Maybe
think
it could
British
change.
rats have much bigger teeth than American rats?
I hope
Yes.
they got fucked up grills.
Huge, nasty teeth. Look, I think the Palestine thing, it took fire on TikTok, and I think that's why. I mean, look, we've been letting Israel fuck up the West Bank for like 35 years.
Yeah, long
And
time.
it took like that information disseminating across social media to like the masses, and then people getting informed. I mean, this is still a country that should theoretically be run by like its populace, right? I mean, like if the people hate what we're doing to people, we ought to stop doing it.
Right, if there's
So I think that's the power of information, right?
enough
It's just
pressure put on
that the
it's
more
like,
people know that this is
can't do
shitty,
this.
the more likely they are to stand up to bad things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or we could just fucking let's just get high and party, dude. That also rules.
That's true. Hadlock,
Hilarious. Fucking great.
I think British rats would dress pretty fun.
Dude, I think the cheese that they be munching on, fire.
go off. Just British cheese.
Dude, British cheese, probably funky as hell.
I don't know.
Dude,
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
you need to have a list of British cheese.
Of
TJ?
British? What are we talking about?
Me?
Something
No.
British
way more
cheeses?
interesting.
They do.
Way more.
They only do sharp cheddar, dude. They don't go crazy. The French go crazy
The
with
French
cheese.
like the cheese.
Yeah,
Dude.
British people just want like a piece of white cheddar
And some fucking
with beans and shit.
British people just
beans
eat,
and toast.
they eat whatever their neighbors got. You know what I mean? They're not inventing good foods, good cheese.
No,
It's
that's
just from
probably the
England.
worst food in the world.
It
dude.
is, but like, why are all these Michelin chefs fucking British?
Because they learn to escape. It's like
Dude,
Yeah, they
It's-
get out.
yeah,
They're like,
they're trying to get
they
out.
taste real food for the first time, and they're like, oh,
yeah.
I've got to make this my life's passion.
It's
kinda
like, it's
like-
like being a young Italian boy in New York City in like the 40s. You're like, why does that guy have more stuff than my dad? And then he starts doing what that guy's doing. He's like, I
Yeah.
don't like my dad. I like this guy.
This guy's
dude.
my new dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This guy, John Gotti's
Of
my
course,
new dad.
John Gotti's my dad. Although John Gotti, not a mob guy, just a union teamster,
Just a guy.
just who was
You know.
affiliated,
Just loosely affiliated.
loosely affiliated.
Cole, were you okay during the TikTok ban? I thought about reaching out.
I was so happy.
I thought maybe you might have been panicked.
No, I was fired up. I want it gone.
Did you feel free?
You spend a lot of time on the talk, no?
Not as much lately. I've kind of chilled.
He's
like,
toned
a
down the
lot.
talk. dude.
Nice.
Within like
I'd like to see them ban all of them. That'd be cool.
that'd be sick.
But
Well,
not
it's already
just one of
unbanned. It's already fixed. It's back.
Yeah,
it's back.
back.
It
We're
lasted-
going viral on TikTok, dude.
Yeah, it lasted. Yeah, it lasted like all of what 12 hours.
Yeah, like something like that.
Something like that.
Like I checked at midnight just because I wanted to see, and I was like, oh shit, it's actually banned.
I think it's hilarious that people are like, that no one seems to care what anybody does with anybody's information. I think that this is hilarious to me.
That's-
like, no one cares that your information is going to China. No one cares that your information is going to Hunter Biden's laptop or whatever the fuck.
Meta.
Like, yeah.
I wish I knew more about the actual information being. It's like, yeah, they know my address. It's like, big whoop, they could send me some anthrax.
Looks like an
who's
earthquake.
they and why? You know, it's. But I want to know what they're actually after.
I think it's something to pump
your
into
email
AI.
address, probably.
Right.
Like I genuinely like my theory is that they have AI software and they're seeing what everybody likes and they're going to use AI to generate ads or generate some sort of like maybe propaganda that
Right.
specifically targets groups of people. But I think the real thing why people don't care is because it would be like, well, there's a fucking 400 million of us in this nation, roughly. I don't know what the total population is right
That's
now.
pretty
It's a
close,
lot.
actually.
But it's like, well, I'm just a fucking grain of sand amongst the conglomerate of data streaming across the globe. Like, what does it matter if they have my information? Or
It's
like,
my
who cares?
data and I want it now.
I need it now.
It's like, cool, they're gonna look at my dick. Whatever. Like, that's probably what people think.
I tell you what, the whole blackmail conversation we had earlier, it's like, you know, they always say, like Mark Zuckerberg, he tapes his cameras on his laptops and devices. And he knows a lot more about what people are doing than I ever will. And so it's like, all right, well, if you've ever used your device for nefarious adult activity, and there's cameras on that device, they've got it.
They got
you know, everyone, you know,
ladies and gentlemen,
they got Diddy tapes on every citizen in the world, or in America anyways. Who
Cool,
knows?
they're gonna see my cum face.
That's it.
That's
That's the next thing.
But it could be used for blackmail. That's what I'm getting at. It's like, hey, you know, we're going to make you do something.
This is actually what China's going to do with all of our information.
Yeah, they're like, hey, like,
They're
do
going
this,
to
pay,
release-
or follow this policy, or else we'll show everyone you've ever met, and trust us, we know.
No, they're not even gonna ask. There's just you're gonna wake up one morning to like a flurry of text messages, like, "Dude, what the fuck, dude?
Why did you send that?
And then everyone in America's internet history and video camera footage and everything will just get dumped onto the internet, and we'll all just have to live in shame.
Oh, whatever.
The great equalizer, dude.
Whatever.
I like imagining the supercomputer at the
great
end of the
equalizer.
last Nolan Batman movie,
Yeah.
except it's everyone's O-face. It's
That's
like,
right,
oh, yeah.
And I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of computing power. But that's why the quantum computer just came out
That's
like
right.
a
So
month
they can
ago.
leak all of our news.
It's for this.
I do think it's funny
It's for the
that
collage of
like a lot of the data
face.
that's being collected, like just from like a video standpoint, is like a bunch of TikTok dances and nonsense, and they're feeding it to a supercomputer. I'd like to see it like fucking resort back to like the Stone Age because of how retarded it
Yeah,
is.
it's
It's
like,
like,
this
I can't
sucks.
compute, up, and it short circuits and
Is
fucking breaks.
Where do we hit Doug Whitty? Power down.
I think that's some of what they say that they don't like about TikTok, right? Is that the algorithm is
It's like
this like brain rot
Brain
thing
rot
that's on
thing.
Twitter is on purpose. That like TikTok promotes that because it's in China's best interest for us to be retarded.
right. And
So-
then there's just
Well,
like
news
videos
for them. We've
of-
been retarded.
We've been retarded.
Yeah,
dude. Say something. Yeah.
You
and
see
then-
our founding fathers, dude?
And then their
We were
algorithm-
retarded this whole time.
retarded.
Yeah,
dude,
that's
it's the
why
end
we're
of
here.
Sixth Sense, dude. Except for
Yeah,
that we're
except for we've been retarded this whole time.
Yeah, and then their algorithm is obviously like engineering and
Yeah.
feats of
If
science
our
and
algorithm was
whatever.
engineering and feats of great American wonder, everyone would hate that.
Everyone would just put
They'd be like,
TikTok down and be like,
"Boo."
TikTok
Yeah,
sucks.
TikTok sucks.
What happened to reality TV
What happened
taken
to those
to the
fuckers that eat Costco, dude?
Yeah, the Costco dudes. Boom. What was the one you sent that was like them talking about Harriet?
brother died
He's
or
like
something.
Harriet Tubman. We give him a big boo. MLK. Shout out to him.
Hey,
And
shout
tomorrow's
out to
MLK Day. What up?
Love that guy.
How fast you pump these things out?
Actually,
We do one of these a week.
This will probably
This will be up tomorrow,
probably tomorrow since it's a late evening recording.
or depending on what the rest of the night looks like. If this is boring and I get quickly eliminated,
He'll just be back there in the back of the globe, like hacking the
Bro,
mainframe.
it's
We should describe what the show's all about.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
give us a
Fill us
rundown.
in a little
I don't
bit.
really know anything about it.
Are you guys asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
I've
the
never
only
been to
one
one of these either.
Oh.
Blind leading the blind, here,
Blind
folks,
leading the
but I'll do
blind.
the best that I can.
Is there going to be any nudity involved?
There's going to be some nudity.
Okay.
But
Slurs?
just a little.
All right, sorry.
Can we slur?
You can, but you'll probably lose.
People probably won't care for that much.
So yeah, it's like they got a wheel with a bunch of topics written on it. So it's a tournament of topics, and the
Right.
topics are on the wheel. And two comics come up to the stage. They spin the wheel, and I don't know if you guys share a topic, if you each get a unique
Oh,
topic.
okay.
We're all going to learn that together.
Wow.
But basically, it's just like a minute and a half of, just whatever.
Trying to
You
riff on.
It's basically like an improv / stand-up / fucking.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a dick measuring contest, folks.
Right.
I'm going to be bad at this.
The wheel is interesting because obviously if
That's
it was
okay.
a bucket and you couldn't see the topic before, like that adds another thing. But if everybody can kind of sit down, I mean, I wonder
Yeah.
if they'll have a curtain over this wheel.
I don't think so. I think
Before the
it gets
show.
revealed. Oh, maybe before the
Maybe
show. I don't
before,
know.
so
dude, I'm
everybody
gonna be
can't just
looking.
be like
I'm gonna be
writing
looking for
shit.
that
Yeah.
fucking wheel.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
there's-
take an Adderall, look at the wheel, go to the bathroom, find a stall, and just get to scribbling.
go full limitless
Scribble.
and
Oh
just
my
be like,
god! If I had an Adderall, I'd bail on lose on purpose, fucking Uber home,
do more Adderall.
do more Adderall, and play WoW.
Tell you what,
What the fuck, dude?
you could have brought the Adderall to the gig.
Who has Adderall?
Nobody, dude.
Dude, it's such a shame.
Nobody.
It's God's gift.
Just Wes, and we were only friends with him for like 2 weeks before he got a girlfriend.
Shout out to Wes.
Shout
dude.
out Wes, dude.
Rest in
They're out
peace,
there,
brother.
dude.
Hope you're
We
doing
love
well.
you,
Talking about
man.
the guy that Freedom that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
shout
man.
out to that homie.
Shout
Trying
out
to get his life together.
Shout out
Sold me
Wes.
drugs not that long ago.
Shout out to Wes. He didn't sell them, dude. He was
just gave
kind,
'em.
dude. He was kind and generous.
Wow.
Just was
dude.
like, here you go.
That probably should be bleeped out.
Who cares?
He
dude?
was
Wesley Snipes. Wesley
I
very
didn't say
Snipes.
adamant
that.
about not sharing that detail.
No, it was Wesley Snipes.
I'll cut it out.
Now, well, I
Here's
tried
the
to-
thing. Wes is gone, dude. Who is he, dude?
Yeah,
He's gone.
He's
who's
gone.
Wes?
Gone
He's
but not forgotten.
Gone but not forgotten.
No, I definitely am interested. This game sounds like it could be a good bit of fun, but it also could be a total disaster.
Dude, you're
It could
gonna
be.
do so well at this.
Oh, thanks, bud.
I genuinely have my money on TJ.
Damn, dude, why don't you believe in yourself, brother?
I don't.
You guys both think you're gonna stink.
I
If you
believe
guys
in
wanted
myself,
to do
I
well,
was-
you should all have your money on me.
That's right. And the
You're a
last
shoo-in.
15 minutes of this podcast/car ride is just going to be us taking turns jerking you off.
Yeah.
Whoever's the
And then,
best.
You
at
just
it.
vote for me every
It'll-
time.
It'll be the literal full circle. Be like, hey, Zach, how do you jerk off? And I'm like this,
Like
bitches.
this. Show me how
Now,
bad
do you
want
want
to
to make
win.
it to the semifinals or what?
This is only going to get me to the semis.
The semis.
Damn, bro.
Can't corrupt the championship.
Yeah.
That would be fucked
yeah,
up.
sanctity of the
shaking, dude.
I love it.
R.I.P. the visual
That's
listener.
true. You got to
dude.
change your bearings in the
Yeah.
Mazda. This one's more of a just listen.
Just put the phone down and don't look.
That's what
That's
we've been
right.
trying to tell you.
Which
Put
one?
your phones down.
Put your phones
phones
down,
down.
dude.
man.
Let, have us playing, but turn.
Yeah.
Just
Put us
turn
in
the
your
screen the other
ears.
way.
Sit on the ground in the grass. and
Honestly, if you guys
meditate
could
on
just
our
start at
words.
episode 1 and just let it
just
play.
go back
And just
and then come
Let
back
it
to
ride.
this point in
Yeah.
this episode.
And then leave a comment letting us know that you finished it. I will send you $17
On a Visa gift
on
card
a Visa gift card that I got for Christmas.
that used to have $100 on
Yep,
it.
that's
Yeah.
here's a question for the married folk.
Oh,
How many times?
200.
Oh, you're probably gonna be
Anal?
way off. How many times during your entire marriage career
marriage.
My career.
have you received an apology?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say head.
Head.
And just for the listeners, how long are we married? 10,
10 and some change.
10 and some
I'm coming on
change.
7 here.
7.
7 years, yeah.
Unprompted apology.
Couple of pros. A lady apology.
My wife listens to the podcast, so a lot.
Like she's always apologizing.
But she usually apologizes to other people for me about
your-
me.
on
Yeah.
your behalf.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry
I'll
about
be
him.
honest. I mean, it's a pretty contentious point in our relationship, but I think I tend to demand an apology like immediately, which is hard for her.
Okay.
But giving her the time to come and apologize, she will.
That's
But
nice.
the fight is more like you're not apologizing right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Why won't you just apologize to me?
Yeah.
Just say sorry.
Yeah.
And then say sorry for not doing it immediately.
Exactly.
And then
exactly.
throw in another one just
And then
for
she'll be like,
fun.
"Fine, I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Well, that's not really what I want. What I
She
really
can't win, dude.
want."
Yeah, she
What
can't win.
I want you to hug me and kiss me on the cheek and say you're sorry.
I'd like a
and
30-minute montage about how terrible you are and were today,
Just a
please.
PowerPoint presentation. All the times we spent together. Like graduation.
Oh, man.
All right, Hadlock, how many?
You know what? And, we're not perfect by any means, but as far as communicating frustration, we got it dialed in pretty good.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, this is a badge of honor I wear on my chest. I've never yelled at my wife. I've
That's
never done it. I have
We'll get you to do it
emphasized
on the podcast.
words like "What the hell are you thinking?"
Oh.
or some things like this. But I've never
Some passion.
I've never let her have it.
Never
you know what I mean?
full on.
And so and thank God, the road goes both ways. She's
That's
never
pretty
screamed at
cool.
me. So it's we have frustrated topics where things boil over. We got to sleep on it, whatever. But we'd be good fighters in an apartment.
Yeah, you guys keep it tight for the complex.
Yeah, for the complex. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I only ask because I'm just collecting data.
Now,
Yeah.
now, two Zacs, you guys fight about that.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
We fight. Me and Taylor fight. Yeah, we definitely fight. We definitely yell and fight. And,
Nice. Get passionate.
You guys ever
sweaty.
leg wrestle like some pilgrims?
No, but we've had some moments. We've had some moments where, we were brushing up against both of us, a bit of a domestic, bit of a dispute.
Jesus Christ.
Don't do that, obviously.
You know what? Hey, Beautiful Loser podcast, they'll put a guest in the hot seat, but then they will jump in boiling water. I mean, they don't do anything they're not asking other people to do.
I'm just being honest.
I know, I love it.
Our marriage has been tumultuous. I mean, I was a hothead. Taylor was stubborn. We were young. We got married when I was 22 and she was 20, 21, something like that. Like I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know how to be married. I didn't know how to be a regular person. I barely had a job.
Right.
And now all of a sudden I've got bills and all this stuff. It just was like a hard thing to figure out. And I think we sort of settled into that. And it's been kind of our move, but we do a really good job of coming back together. So
Yeah.
Nice.
as long as you can keep the ball moving, that's all that matters. You fight, don't fight, doesn't matter. You gotta
Keep it fucking
I
moving.
couldn't even fathom being married at 22. When I was 22,
it's pretty wild.
I was trying to figure out how much money I needed to live on McChicken so I
Yeah.
could buy a quarter of weed.
I was too, kind of, but then I also had a wife.
Yeah, it's the same, but with a wife.
Same.
So two
I had to feed
McChickens.
two mouths.
Same. I had to
Yeah.
get 2 McChickens.
Maybe how many McChickens do you think you can eat? Speaking of the hot seat, will you turn my seat warmer off?
Oh,
It feels
yeah.
like I peed. Oh, no, nice.
Hit the cam, dude.
That's okay. If anybody wasn't fully motion sick yet, they are now.
They are now.
I'm just glad we
And
didn't
we
have any heat blasting. We're doing so
I
great.
know. We went through the checklist before you guys got in the car. I was like, all right, we can't have this. And Zach's like, I'll turn this off.
That's
We're like real pros now, dude.
Yeah.
we got the car cast down.
We dance around.
We definitely do know how to do a car cast.
Dance
though.
around in the murky waters. We turn the AC off, which is cool.
Would you guys ever let me be a sponsor of this podcast?
Yeah.
Like if I got you guys like 4 GoPros,
Yeah.
so you can get some like seat cams.
Oh, full car cast?
I'll get you some GoPros,
Bro,
and then
that
for
would be
every
sick.
podcast for the rest of your life, you have to just like
Shout
watermark
you.
my
This
face
podcast
from
is
bottom
brought
left.
to you by Zac Hadlock.
Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking, I was
Our
like,
leader, Zac Hadlock.
Oh, great leader.
But I got to be dressed all in some colorful robes.
Absolutely. Just giving the like Steve-O thumbs up, like
Yeah,
cheese and
dude.
hard.
Yeah, dude.
That would rule.
BT Dubs, have we confirmed Hadlock for our thingy in March?
Oh, I don't know. That's still under wraps. We'll
Ooh.
talk
Are you gonna-
about
are you
that
gonna
off
ask me
air.
live?
That's
We're
a
talking
that's
about it off air.
an off-air
Teasing it. We're
topic.
teasing it on
just
air.
teasing
now.
it. We may have a
Ooh.
cool.
We're teasing it
All
on.
right, I'm gonna get the cat out of the bag, dude.
Yep.
Beautiful Losers Burlesque Show.
Oh,
It's time.
you don't tell
Damn.
us.
It's time. I have been saving all my pennies, and I have purchased many pallets of candy necklaces
Pre-ordered
for
all
my
of these.
for my act. I'm gonna cover my whole entire junk area with candy necklaces.
Bro.
It's
That
gonna be
is
great.
pretty
I'm
cool.
going to eat my way to your junkie.
You're gonna get full a few times.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
diabetes trying to get to your flesh, dude.
That's right.
That's cool. Yeah, which will of course result in a calendar, which will be gross.
Which will be.
But it will make us rich, filthy rich.
Yeah, of course.
And when I say
Filthy
us, I mean you guys.
No.
I didn't get a percentage, but
Well,
But you sponsor us
Oh,
with the
you did
GoPros.
sponsor.
well, no, but you guys give me on the back end.
On the back end.
And the back.
Yeah.
We
TJ
probably
understands.
won't, dude. If you don't get your money up front, I'm prepared to cut anyone out to get what I want
He's
here.
a real cutthroat. This is a cutthroat Zach.
This is
This
blackmail.
is Zach with an H.
I'll cut you out. Yeah, I'll betray any of you guys right now.
Oh my god.
Next
dude.
week.
No.
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just joking.
I know.
It's a
dude.
comedy podcast.
I'll never betray anyone, dude. I'm the most loyal.
I'd take a bullet for you, dude. Right?
I don't even betray a bullet for you.
No,
I'd
no.
take one for Cole. But
For everybody.
I take a
For
bullet
Cole.
for my cats.
For Cole specific. Take one for your cats.
I would
Yeah.
I would hesitate on that.
Here's
I
the
would
thing,
gladly
Cole-
take a bullet.
Cole has
For anybody.
Cole's got people that kind of rely on him at least.
I got two
No
cats.
offense.
Dude,
No
come
offense.
on,
No.
dude. That's cool. That's really cool. Speaking of,
Of
people,
course, I would take a bullet
Yeah.
for you. You're my best friend, dude.
Well, I wouldn't take a bullet. No, speaking of cats, dude. How many cats do you have?
I just got 2 kitties, man.
2 cats. That's right. I thought so. I was recently thinking about getting cats just so I could name one of them Puddin' and one of them meows a dong.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. But
I feel bad for the second one
probably
because Putin's a better name.
Putin is the best name for a cat.
What are your cat's
But
names?
Chairman
Zach?
Meow, just
Yeah, I know someone that's got a cat named Chairman
Oh,
Meow.
okay,
Totally.
nice.
It's a great idea.
So
I think
not
you should
very
go for
original,
it.
but it's still
You should
fun.
follow your dreams, you know? A lot of cats out there, a lot
That's
of names. My cat's names are Bagheera, and it's a black cat, and it's like the panther from Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Right.
And then my other cat, he's a big, fat, gray cat with only one eye, and his name's Captain.
Ooh,
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, admittedly, I'd get more outlandish with cat names if my wife wasn't in the picture, but
Sure.
she is.
Of
But if it
course.
were up to me, I would name my cat Pesci, like Joe Pesci.
Joe
Pesci.
Pesci.
So
That'd be cool.
Pesci, I really like just the name Rodney.
Rodney the cat.
Yeah.
Dude.
I like the name Duck for a cat.
Duck's
That's
fun.
right, man.
I
Duck
love
is
that name for
pretty
a
fun.
cat.
Okay, and your wife shot down Rodney.
Yeah, we were talking about Basset
So
Hound
you
names
didn't,
too.
you didn't
Once-
argue about that? You didn't get in a fight?
That was
I
the
would've
only
been
time
like,
we
listen
screamed.
here.
Yeah.
His name's fucking Rodney.
Look at him.
It's the only
You
one.
never let me have anything.
The one time
I'm
I
gonna put
yelled.
my hand through this door if you don't let me in.
Ah, through a
Can't
door, not the wall, not drywall.
You waste your first yell on, it's fucking Rodney!
That would be sick, dude.
When I was in high school, my sister got this big bulldog. She had a friend that like thought they wanted a bulldog, but then they realized it was a lot of work, and so they get this dog, and they wanted to find a fun name for it, and it had the messed up face, looked like a squash Coke can. And then I was like, you should name that thing fucking Barnacle.
Whoa.
And then they did.
That's
call him
pretty
Barney?
sick. Barney for sure.
Yeah, they did call him Barney for a
That's
bit,
fun.
but
That's
they
pretty
had
good.
to take him to the vet and get him prescription Gas X because he was blowing it
He
up.
was pooting pretty hard, huh?
That's
He
pretty
was
cool.
Vladimir Putin, dude.
All right.
Pooting up the
Yes.
storm.
Shitting and farting.
Shitting and farting.
He was, and he had to take medicine for it.
That's crazy, dude.
Damn, dude. A chronic
Just-
farter. Okay.
It was clinical.
Did have back problems too? And complain about the air the AC?
I think they adopted a grandma.
Oh, yeah. They adopted a
And instead of like a dog tag, she just has a life alert.
Sick.
Yeah, the pit bull was too much. We decided to get a grandma.
We just got an old
Yeah.
lady.
We got a regular old lady.
Yeah, you gotta change the diety sometimes, but you know, she usually makes it to the backyard.
If there was an organization like any cool
Like any
adoption
cool
agency,
organization.
where instead of cats, has anybody talked about this? Where instead of cats, it's like old people whose family doesn't give a shit about them, and you get like
Old folks in convalescent homes.
yeah, you get a tax break and
You adopt a grandma?
you adopt
Adopt a grandma.
But it's less hands-on than adopting an animal.
I'd like to be that in like just like my age now. It's like, hey, I'm like in my young 30s.
Oh,
I
yeah.
walk in there and be like, hey, like yeah, I'm just looking for someone to kind of clean up after me.
just come over a couple times a month and make grilled cheese.
yeah,
and
let me
stuff.
outside.
Oh,
Or you
Let
go-
me tell you about my youth.
Wheel me outside.
I'm just looking to be a grandpa. I don't know.
Let me tell you about the time I
just-
accidentally took bath salts.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's Florida.
Listen, I want to
yeah.
tell this fun story. This is a total change of subject, but
Right turn, Clyde.
I do a little real estate. That's what I do for my day job.
Oh,
and,
what's the company's name?
Shout them out.
And I had to do an open house yesterday,
Oh, I know the ending of the
and
story.
I get in, and the agent is already helping a young couple around the house. And I'm setting my stuff up, I'm chilling, and then I see this lady come back with the agent, and I say, hello, I'm Zach, to the lady.
Sure.
And I hear from the garage where they've just come in, a voice, and he
A
goes,
familiar voice.
Zach? And I said, I know that voice. And who comes around the corner but Jordan Meadows?
Another
way.
Atlanta-based comedian.
Jordan
the hell?
Meadows.
Friend of the show,
Friend
Jordan
of the
Meadows.
podcast, Jordan Meadows, was at this open house, which
What
was
the fuck?
crazy.
And they liked the house too.
And they like the
Ooh.
house.
What a plot twist.
Did
Yeah.
you say, what do I got to do to get you into this house and then blow him in the master bedroom?
Oh, here we go. Here's the fuzz.
Be cool, dude.
Be cool, everybody. Be cool.
Everyone be cool. It's the cops.
If we get pulled over, that'd be kind of fun.
that
It
would be
fun. leave it rolling.
Name and badge numbers.
We don't answer questions,
Say it.
dumbass.
Yeah.
We asked the questions
I
here.
don't have to roll my window down all the way, officer. You can hear me.
You can hear me just fine. Yeah, just be those guys on YouTube that are dickheads and then get tased.
I don't have a social security number. You can't arrest me. I'm a sovereign citizen.
Sovereign citizen.
Am I being detained?
Yeah.
I just want to become a sovereign citizen podcast.
That's right. I thought it was so fun to see Jordan. It was just like, of all the people you could see,
Yeah.
you know,
In the wild.
in the wild.
Yeah. During business hours.
Yeah, I love bumping into friendly faces in the wild.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt.
No, it's
Especially
good
when
stuff.
you're usually bumping into dummies all day.
Yeah.
And then
People I don't respect.
yeah. People who have
No respect.
none of my respect.
No respect.
And then some guy comes in, I'm like, yeah, this is a
This
cool
guy
guy.
I've seen at
Cool
another
guy.
place
I've
before.
seen and talked to this guy several times.
I've got respect for him.
Yeah. Mad respect. So that's cool.
Yeah, man.
I met Jordan's husband, Steven.
Fucking sing.
Hey-o.
What's
no,
his
he
name?
seems to have
I
a beautiful young bride, and I wish Jordan and his family all the best in
course.
their house search. So
There's
Yeah.
a little, behind the scenes, man, but his wife, super fucking cool. She's
Nice.
awesome. And she's a maniac because she fucking goes and does like Ironmans and like marathons and shit.
wow.
She's a
She's a strong lady?
she's an Amazon.
Whoa.
Amazonian.
Yeah, she's
Zach,
big.
were you a big? Did you,
No, she didn't know.
I met her. She was 6'4".
6'5",
Yeah.
6'6".
She looks like the Statue of Liberty,
She
but a
actually
little less
had
green.
Jordan. She actually had Jordan by his shirt collar, just
Yeah.
holding him up.
By the scruff.
Yeah,
It's like a
dragging
mama
around
cat.
like a baby
I've
kitten.
seen her
Yeah.
wear him like a backpack.
Zach, did you play sports in high school, dude?
I was the captain of the racquetball team. I started a ping
Hell
pong
yeah.
club in high school, and I was on the football team for 2 weeks. And when I was a sophomore in high school, because I was like, let's try it out. And then at one practice, and this was the day they posted the positions, and I was third string, and I was like, what's that mean? And then the coach said, that means you're the backup's backup. And I was like, oh shit.
That means you're not gonna play.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, well, and then I went to the next practice, and they were like practicing hitting and practicing getting hit, and I was like, wait, you want me to practice getting hit? And he got in my face and was just like, yeah, this is the right way to do it, wrong way to do it, just like everything else. And so I took the helmet off, threw it on the floor, and I said, this is fucking stupid. You're a fucking idiot. And I walked to the locker room, I took off all my stuff, I never went back. And about a month later, the coach saw me, because he's like teaching math there. It's a fucking high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He passes me in the high school, and he's just like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, I respect what you did. And I was like, swear at you? He's like, no, you were true to yourself. You knew it wasn't for you, and you got out of there, man. Good on you. And I'm
Damn,
like,
dude.
all right, whatever. I'm not going to pretend to like you, so.
I thought you were gonna say he called you a pussy.
Yeah. Hey, just so you know, when you spoke your mind and you were true to yourself, it sucked.
That was
You're
gay.
Dude, get CTE.
I don't
For
respect
the love of the
you.
game.
Like a man, dude.
Nothing like a third
Get
string
multiple
CTE.
concussions just because you want to be on the team.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate him, the way he ran his troops. And I was a soldier for him. I went to bat, I got hit, I practiced getting hit. And it wasn't worth it, and I didn't get any water.
What was your position? Do you know?
I didn't even know the names
Damn,
of them.
dude. They
So
didn't-
I literally, so here's what happened. Here's like the timeline. I'm in high school. I watched like an 80s high school movie, and I see
Okay.
people playing football, and I'm like, you know what?
that could be me.
Football movies seem kind of rad. My dad
Seems
played,
fun.
My dad played football in high school. Let's sniff it out. Like, let's try it out.
Sure.
So I go for it, and then I realized it was horrible. But yeah, I really thought it was going to be a beautiful thing, but it just wasn't, man.
Wow. And now, did you go to school in Jersey? High school in Jersey?
New Mexico.
New
Actually,
Mexico.
the school that Breaking Bad. The school that Walt works at,
yeah.
that's my high school.
No way.
Yeah, they filmed it at my high
Whoa.
school.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
So where have you
Yeah.
lived?
All over, man. I've lived in New Jersey
Yeah.
until I was like 15. New Mexico for about 5 years. Utah for a year. I lived in California for a little while. Idaho for 4 years. Wisconsin for 2.
What are you, 38?
I'm doing the math here, and Hadlock's a vampire.
Transylvania for 838.
So we got a fellow bros Ferratu in here, baby. Call that.
Bros Ferratu, dude.
My bros Ferratu.
That's hilarious.
No, that's cool. So you're a nomadic.
You traveled, huh?
Your tribe's a little nomadic.
Yeah, well, when you commit as much crimes as I do,
You gotta
lay
stay
low.
on the road.
You gotta go.
Keep it fucking moving. That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
a
Local
modern day
jewel theft.
gypsy. I just allow myself to have an air fryer
Yeah, that's cool.
and something to plug it into, like a house.
I kind of mind with an air
So you
fryer.
reckon, like, it's Georgia... Because your lady's not from here either, right?
Nah, she's from here. That's the only reason we
so
landed
that's
here.
that's what brought you here.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's Georgia peach through and through.
So this is
Top
kind of
to bottom, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
Come on.
You dirty
I just
boy.
made that
Hey,
up.
don't talk smut about my good friend Zach's wife.
I love that woman.
I love this woman.
I
Wait, so
won't have any of this.
Where were you when you guys met?
Me and Cole?
No.
Freedom
You pointed to Cole.
Your other wife. Sorry, I was pointing at you. It's dark in here, man. I don't know where I'm pointing.
Yeah, I was in Idaho. Oh, no. I was in California.
Oh,
she was in Idaho. I was going to be in Idaho in a few months. She was going to hair school.
Oh.
And she had a mutual friend, a chick friend of mine.
I was known for that. Hair school.
Having a chick friend?
Hair school.
Hair school. They're
Chick
known for their hair
friends.
schools.
Yeah, they got big hair over there.
Yeah.
And so then she said, hey, you're dating all these losers. I know who your next husband is. I know who your husband is.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, well, shit. Like, what's the Snapchat or whatever? So she adds me on Snapchat because Emma, our mutual friend, said I posted a funny story that day.
Wow.
And the funny story was me filling my hand full of shaving cream and throwing it at stuff in my apartment.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
So she appreciates a silly goose.
She liked it. So she added me on the Snap.
She just
and
cold snapped you?
I said the first thing I ever said to my wife, truth, this is all true. I said, what's up, future wife?
Whoa.
shit.
Take you a shot, young man.
That's
Damn,
because
dude.
our mutual friend, that's all she told me. She said, this is your future wife. So I was like, all right,
So
fuck it, who
all
cares?
right. I can always play it off as like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's
What
a
a
joke. She's been
charming
doing
devil,
it.
man.
I know
What a
that is.
charming
I mean,
devil.
it's 50-50.
That's a faithful move.
I love
to
it.
just be like,
Yeah. Go
Whatever.
bigger, go to jail. So
go,
Yeah.
go big, or
Yeah.
go to New Mexico and start over
Go
with a new
big or commit
with a
assault, dude.
identity. Oh, that is cool. So New Mexico's obviously because of witness protection.
No.
yeah.
Idaho. What were you doing in Idaho?
I was going to school there.
Where'd you go to school?
BYU, Idaho.
BYU, Idaho.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't want to get too much into that.
Okay. Somehow it's more.
Maybe on episode 2.
We'll bring you back and we'll dedicate a whole episode.
Yeah, we don't have to. Whatever.
We can dabble.
This episode's only got like 2 hours left, so we
we'll
probably
be
don't have
fine.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the rest of this trip, then the way back.
The way back.
And then we'll
some
do an
more
hour at my house.
At his house. Yeah.
Oh God, the way back there's gonna be some bad things.
What? If we pod on the way back, Zac Hadlock already said he was thinking about having more than one drink tonight, which I
Oh, no,
I find that
I'm gonna-
offensive.
Rascal.
The better question is, do I hit double digits?
Oh.
Oh.
No. You gonna stay at my house?
Oh yeah.
You were gonna drop me off, remember?
Let the
You're
Jersey
gonna
devil
Uber
out,
back
dude.
to your car tomorrow?
That is tight. Being from Jersey originally.
Oh, tell us about the drones. Zach.
Well, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. First off, good
No,
call. Has
I mean-
anybody you know said, "Yo, I've seen these things"?
I'm not connected with a lot of those guys.
I guess you were pretty.
But you
young
don't have like a
Yeah.
sense for
when
it?
you left. Yeah, you just
No,
feel
I got
it.
a sense for it. And my wits are about me
It's
on
just
this
not
thing.
in your,
I-
like that Jersey blood. You can't just feel what's going on.
There's something hovering over my territory, baby.
It's that Jersey Devil.
I'm sorry. What were you gonna?
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, being from Jersey, is the Jersey Devil your favorite cryptid? Are you biased?
nah, but it's my favorite hockey team.
Okay, nice.
And I have a
Yes,
jersey.
That makes sense, actually.
That's good.
Yeah, we used to go to hockey games like 3 or 4 times a year. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, we should all go to what are they called now? Atlanta Gladiators.
I think so. Yeah.
It's in Gwinnett, but fucking
You been to the Gladiators
minor
games?
league hockey
I never
is
did.
so fun.
Oh,
and it's,
wow,
the
you've
tickets
never
are like
been?
$20.
It's the best.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's
I would
awesome.
do that.
I've always wanted to go to a hockey game. I've never
It's
been.
just,
Oh, they're so
it's just
fun.
at the Gwinnett Arena.
Loser
and
outing?
They're free. Tickets are basically free.
They're cheap.
And
Do they
it's
sell
just
hot
like
dogs and concessions?
Oh yeah. They got Molson on draft, dude, and fucking
Oh yeah.
tons of
And it's what
concessions.
equates to like AA hockey.
Right.
So it's like
They
one
are-
more rung lower than minor league hockey.
And I can't remember who they are feeders into, but they're like, because they've changed like 400
Yeah, I
times.
don't
The
know.
one before this was Arizona, I
Yeah.
think.
Who knows? But there's always like some guy who's like 41, who's like he's
Still
played
the
a couple
enforcer.
of years in the NHL and
Yeah.
he's come back. Yeah, it's where all the best hockey stories land.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, we should go. Let's all go, dude.
Dude, yeah. I'll talk to somebody there. We'll podcast while we watch the game.
Podcast while we hit it.
That would be sick.
You
Dang,
guys should
dude.
film a pod there.
That would be awesome.
There's another comedian, Owen Hunt, Bootsy Greenwood.
We know.
What up?
We know.
What up?
Shout out.
Oh,
But
wait.
yeah,
Oh, I
that
don't like
gentleman,
saying
he worked at a hockey arena thingy in
They got
Athens
hockey
as
up
like
here
an
in Athens.
announcer. Yeah.
They just
Oh,
built that
that's
hockey
right.
arena up here in Athens.
I
yeah.
think
So, yeah.
aren't they doing comedy shows at like some little room in the arena or something?
Well, they have a comedy an Athens comedy festival coming soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing that there, and
But
that's
it's
what
a
I'm
theater.
thinking
I mean,
of.
it's a proper fest they're putting together.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's awesome.
Oh, is that not at Georgia Theater?
I don't know what. I
Imagine
don't know.
it's a couple different rooms.
I think
probably.
there's a different theater there. It's a different one.
That's cool. I forgot that they were getting a hockey team. We could go to Athens hockey. Paint the town red.
Yeah.
Hockey.
Paint the town red with hockey.
With,
Yeah.
with hockey.
With nosebleeds.
Chiclets, baby. Yeah, dude. But
Hold on.
hockey game would be fun. What's up?
I just remember something else. Cole,
Huh.
Ooh.
I watched The Menu,
Oh, okay.
and you were saying you hated the ending?
I thought it was funny.
I thought, okay, good.
I
Good.
thought the ending was funny.
Good.
Nice.
Is it a
I was like,
comedy movie?
No.
the whole time I was
Oh.
like, wait a minute, you didn't like this? I thought, I mean, it could have been better, but
Obviously.
it was
I-
pretty fucking wild.
It made me laugh because it's just like, oh, that's all you had to do?
Yeah.
That's all you had to do to get out of it.
I think that's kind of the point, though. It's like, it's a little tongue-in-cheek.
Little campy and
It was a little on the nose.
But I watched it. And
ridiculous.
the whole time was like, am I going to hate this movie? Cole said this movie sucks.
No. I said that you would like the movie.
I couldn't remember. I just remember you saying that it sucked, and I was like,
No, if I hated it, I'm like, oh, Zach's gonna love it.
oh, damn. dude.
That's usually,
if I'm mad at the end,
yeah. If I
Yeah,
feel
that's true.
feelings
That's
of
true.
discomfort
He did say that.
at the ending,
That means
It's a
I
Zac
loved
movie.
it. That means it's a
it's
wreck for
exactly.
me. Dude.
You would
Yeah.
have hated the movie I watched today, Cole. In honor of David Lynch. Shout out to David Lynch. All right.
R.I.P. David Lynch.
I mean-
That sucked.
R.I.P. or continue on in the next realm, surfing it, doing fucking cool shit. But I watched Mulholland Drive today
Yeah,
and
dude.
sort of kept falling in and out of sleep while I was watching it.
That's a
And then-
weird thing to do.
And then, dude, it makes that movie even more of a weird fever dream with like cool lesbian scenes that I'm trying not to miss.
You're getting
'Cause
hard in between nap.
Well, I've been
waking
off
up from your nap.
I've been off the les porn for so long now. It's like I was like, oh, there's a cool part in this movie. I gotta stay up, dude. So I'm
You
like,
said that like it was a medication.
oh, you-
I've been
TJ
off.
has a
I've been off of
problem,
Lezapro
brother.
for a while, dude.
yeah, dude.
Well,
Les-
he may not have a problem
Lespo.
presently, but I think in the past you would admit that
I've had seasons of
perhaps the lesbian spirit's got a hold of you
The
quite
Lespo,
strong.
I've been off all of it as of late.
me too, dude.
It's been
1 week since you looked at me. Sorry, that's one of my ticks.
One week since you looked at porn.
it's
Yeah.
been honestly, I haven't really thought about it.
Wait, have you still been jaying?
You beat
No,
it?
dude, I haven't.
You're keeping your seat.
I haven't jade in quite some time.
Wow, you must be. You're gonna win tonight, dude. You're full of seed.
Yeah, you got
No,
all-
dude, I might come on stage on
all that
accident.
mojo. Yeah. Somebody accidentally brushes my prostate. I'm gonna fucking pop.
Dude, I probably will have a wet dream
You're
soon.
full of test and seed, brother. Get out there.
It's
Get
like-
out there
it's-
like
I
the
am-
bull you are.
I'm not jerking. I'm not doing nothing right now. I'm fucking just holding it
Do you
in.
get horny and grind up on the sheets in the morning, though?
Dude, I woke up
You
with.
gotta get fired up.
I thought someone slipped me Blue Chew in the middle of the night
Dude.
because I woke up and
Rock hard.
I thought my dick was gonna explode.
Just
It was just like throbbing, and I was like, "Ow, dude, what the fuck?" So I like,
flicked it a couple.
no, I just did nothing.
Did you roll over to your girlfriend and tell her, babe, both of my wrists are broken?
No, dude, I was in my bed alone.
Call back.
With that is a callback. Nice.
Thanks.
No, I just
I was
woke up.
alone
I
with
put on
my thoughts.
I put on my
What were you
robe.
gonna say?
I put on my robe and I tied me up because I had to go feed the cats. And I didn't.
silk-
You went
It's
and
a-
fed the cats hard as a rock?
It's a
Well, I mean, it was
silk
time to
robe.
feed the cats.
Time to feed the cats.
Was your,
sounds
was,
like a
was
He
your
runs
Indiana
out
dog
of
like
lawn
poking
toy.
through the slit?
No, dude, I just fucking wrapped it up. It just was going straight to my fucking.
You hit the tuck.
Dude, I hit the tuck.
He feeds the
He hit the
cats.
tuck.
I
Makes
call
a-
that pulling the e-brake.
Dude, the e-brake was all the way. I mean,
put the robe on, fed the cats, made a pot of coffee, grabbed a cup, went outside, still flying that fucking freak flag.
No.
Yeah. Howdy, neighbor.
Hard as a rock.
Hey, morning.
Don't tread on me.
No, once my penis
22
realized it
degrees.
wasn't getting fucking slapped around, it was like, all right, I give up.
I'm out of here.
How many days have you abstained?
What do you think?
Well,
Abstained.
not to get too personal, but I did make love to my lady on Thursday.
Pretty personal.
So,
Just say make love
Not
is
to
such
get
a
too
choice.
personal, but I've been making love.
I've been making love.
so,
He's a lover.
so that's pretty much just been the only source.
So you're just trying to use the lady.
Not use.
Use the
That's
lady.
crazy. Don't say that.
Just a depository.
She's actually my personal fleshlight.
Whoa, you see, you're the one who said the weird thing. I just insinuated something bad.
No. I'm trying to be a better man in my relationship,
I like
and I
that.
feel like
That's
if I'm
nice,
not,
dude.
if I'm fucking just throwing my seed, like fucking Johnny
wanna keep your
Appleseed,
seed for your lady.
I'll be it's just not good for the
But you
relationship when
bust,
my
dude.
balls are empty.
You bust quick.
Do you bust quick or you just bust hard? When you're making love.
I feel like the couple of times where I like stop jerking off altogether, I'm like the second that thing hits anything, I'm like, I'm done.
I'm sorry, it was just so wet in there.
This dude is drowning. Had to get out. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, if I end up J-ing my D, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
But
I like how we're buttoning it up now.
Now that we're in Athens,
Hey, you
dude.
been jaying, dude?
I've been jaying pretty
Yeah,
hard.
keep it tight in Athens.
I gotta stop jaying.
You got to jay less?
I got
I
jay
just-
less.
Jay low.
you gotta
Keep the J
cut back
low.
on the J-ing when you're in a relationship, because I think Zach and I was talking about this earlier today, and I just
Zac Hadlock.
Be specific, dude.
no, another Zach.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Z3?
I feel like it
Zachary-
makes you
former President
better in a
Zachary
relationship
Thomas.
when you
Zachary
save your
Taylor.
seed for your lady.
Whatever.
It makes you like.
Makes you a better lover.
Well, I don't know about that, but I don't know. I feel like I have a lot more patience. I feel like I'm nicer. I feel like I'm like, ooh, maybe I should get her flowers. Maybe I should get her a gift. Please, God, let me get in that shit.
Come on, baby girl. I got to do all the nice things.
Please follow the breadcrumbs that I'm laying.
Please say sorry.
Yeah. That's the only way Zach Howard can come, dude.
Yeah.
No, I
Just a
pretty much.
heartfelt apology.
Hey, you know what? I was thinking about that the other day. You have a point.
Oh!
Oh my God. You always know just what to say. That's awesome, dude. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure some of it has to do with that sort of like whenever I want a dopamine release, just taking care of that with the.
Let's play Candy Crush.
No, you're right. But I'm saying
Wisdom.
now that you're like
Crush my candy.
you're sort of abstaining from all of that instant gratification stuff, I would imagine there probably really is some sort of just like more patient with the lady doing the thing. So it makes sense, but it's also like
Makes the romance alive again.
yeah.
It's also sick as hell to be your mate.
It is also so cool to be sweating and it just smells like cum.
Nothing cooler than standing over a door.
Butt naked
That's
at
right.
11 p.m.
11 p.m. Put in the comments if you think this is the grossest podcast. Not this episode specifically. I feel like
Just our
Zac
podcast
Hadlock's
in
been
general.
a gentleman.
He's been we didn't talk hardly any nasty stuff, and we only brushed up against some.
We
Mildly
opened up with
inappropriate.
jerking off.
The
I
whole
think this whole podcast
podcast
has
was
probably
rated
been nasty
R.
stuff.
We might have got into the
They
nasty.
ask me on YouTube, "Is this made for kids?" I say yes.
No, where all
Sure.
the views been coming from.
Damn.
Sure, why not?
I thought rated Y was for yucky, dude. It turns out it's youth.
Depends on whose kids. You know?
Does it?
I am a son.
I wouldn't recommend that anyone under the age of 40 listen.
When
to
was
this
the last
podcast.
time you guys had Captain D's?
Pretty
Not that long
recently.
ago. Yeah.
Like 8 years.
Fairly
I
recently.
fucking love Captain
What
D's,
was the
dude.
experience like? Did you fart
7
fish
out of 10
farts?
as always.
No, dude. Which Captain
Hard
D's are you
7.
frequenting?
The one in town, dude.
Oh, nice. I prefer the one in Deville.
Dawsonville's got a good D's.
Yeah, dude.
Dawsonville D's.
It might have the best Captain D's
Could
on
have.
the planet.
They take it pretty serious.
Any town that starts with D has a better Captain D's. They hold a higher standard.
The standard.
A lot more on the line, dude. A lot more at stake.
It's like
I get the. What do you get? I get the fish and chicken.
I like to get the country style fish.
Ooh.
Crunchy style.
Country. No, it's like a different. It's like that.
I just like saying crunchy.
That cornmealy breading, and
sure, yeah.
and then some French fries, and then it's basically I just cover it until it all tastes like malt vinegar.
Oh wow!
You know,
I get extra lemons.
And then you try to get a kiss.
yeah.
What do you guys think are other foods that have unmatched potential, like with the corn dog? You know, it's like you could just throw some cornbread on that thing and fry it. That's probably some good corn dog alternatives out there.
I think the Koreans are all over that.
The Koreans are. I did watch a video recently where someone took like a steak and fucking shaved it up into like some like almost like a beef. I mean, steak is beef, but like, you know what I'm talking about?
A beef steak.
A beef steak.
A beef steak.
And then they corn dog.
And then they corn dog.
And then they do the thing where they like slice it a bunch of ways, and when they fry it, it like
they beef Wellington that shit.
looks like a fucking
TJ and I
belly.
went down to the Cité on Wednesday.
Down to the Cité.
As you guys know, I'm on the ketogenic diet, so we were at a pizza place doing stand-up, and we couldn't. I mean, I can't eat pizza, so we went across the street to this Korean place, and I got a corn dog that was this big around.
Oh my god!
It was just full of mozzarella cheese. It was the biggest cheese stick I've ever
corn
had.
Dog, dude.
It was like this big.
He let me get a bite. It was awesome.
Let me get a bite.
I got that and a bunch of gizzard. So that tells you anything about that.
It's not plural already.
Shut up. So hey, listen, Zach, thanks for being on the podcast.
No, so the last time Zach was here, he actually got held at knife point.
Yeah, actually, like a block away from where we are right now. I almost got stabbed in a bar.
Not that long ago.
You got stabbed?
Almost. She put a knife to my stomach and then my groin and proceeded
You think she was just trying to get a kiss?
She was trying to get my phone number to sell me meth.
Methamphetamine?
And that was
Why didn't
fun.
you just buy some meth, dude? Do you think this could have all been avoided if you just bought a little meth?
Should have been a cop, dude. Last cop that I met tried to stab me too.
Oh, was this a
Derek Chauvin?
lover cop? Goddamn.
Oh, he stabbed me right in the ass. Multiple
tight, dude.
times.
What's your favorite thing about Athens, you think?
When they lose big important games.
Fucking got your ass, dude.
The general sentiment in the city when the team loses.
When they're just downtrodden?
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
And then you come down here.
And
and
I come down here.
Walk tall.
Yeah, just sort of like
Shimmy.
sneer down at them.
Just say,
I said, well, at my school, they graduate with high GPAs. This has been a great podcast. We're pulling up to the venue now.
Pulling up
Zach,
now.
seriously, thank you for coming on the podcast, even though you really didn't have a choice since you rode with us and we said we were going to do this. So,
God bless America.
guys, if you don't know who Zac Hadlock is, go follow him on everything. Go show support to Zac Hadlock. He's the man.
Stay vigilant. Comment under his pictures. Tell him you think his butt looks cute or whatever.
Tell him how cute you think he is, dude. Anything you want to leave the fans with?
Be kind to yourself. I love ya.
Wow, powerful
That was
message.
cool.
Thanks, guys.
Good.
Go with Christ.
I do the singing. Goddamn.